I got a big order from MileHigh. Oh yeah, this is the big one, folks. This is probably the biggest volume to end the year with. And I got some good stuff. Oh yes, oh yes, I can't wait to open this. I hope you enjoyed that intro. I hope you enjoyed that comical intro there. And yeah, this is really a big haul. This is probably the biggest end of the year haul I've had comics wise in some time. And the issue at the end is probably the biggest one I've picked up in a long time. And the MileHigh order has some good issues. Now, there's a couple filler issues. You're going to say, why the hell would you pick that up? I can see Eddie now like, why the hell would you pick that up? Well, I was trying to fill in the issue numbers that I had. And he was cheap. And, but before we get to that, back in the summer, I found these books. They was on my shelf. And I didn't get to show them. Corey's shop, the Cult Shop. You've seen me film in there a couple times. Well, the very last time I was in there was like in mid-June. So I walked in, and I think the last trip I made that day, he closed the shop down. And he normally closes it down for the summer and then restocks and comes back in fall, around August and September. Well, this was different. He didn't do this time. He announced online that the shop was closing for good, and I was like, oh man. And I picked up some good issues from him. I've got that first appearance of Hint Man came from his shop. I picked up some good filler issues. I've traded some issues off. But this last run in there, I did pick up all these for some good prices, I picked up, we're going to go ahead and start off with Green Lantern Corps number 210. Now, this issue isn't some spectacular issue. It's a it's just a good filler issue, and I'm collecting the Green Lantern, and I filled in some of my run from Corey's store there. I picked up another filler issue of New Mutants number 57, and yeah, it's kind of weird seeing a 75-cent price sticker on a comic. That takes me back. I wish comics were 75 cents now. I would probably be picking up comics if they was, but yeah, this is nice. Yeah, this is a direct market. I have a lot of the New Mutants. I may try to collect that series and finish it off. There's a lot of books I like to finish off. I picked up this Untold Legend of the Batman. This is a MPI little handbook version of that. This is a little series, a little reprint of the Legend of Batman. As you can see, the MPI thing. I picked it up. I was like, that looks pretty unique. So I've got this whole 3-issue series. So why don't just go ahead and get that. And the final thing I picked up for $1 off Corey's shop was, and this is the last thing. It's kind of weird to walk out with it, but I got the trade paperback 30 Days of Night, and I thought this was kind of cool. And Steve Niles, it's actually autographed inside. It's actually autographed. I don't know if Corey noticed that. I didn't notice until I got home and opened it up, and I was like, yeah, this looks pretty cool. It's nice art, nice moody painted art. And I was like, wait a minute, is that an autograph? And I had to stop for a second. I was like, that's nothing. It's Steve Niles' autograph on here, and the artist autograph. So that's kind of cool to get. I'll have to get it. I'll have to make sure. I have to look online, but we'll see. Now, let's get to the main event. We know what you're here for. You're here for this. Let's go ahead and open it up. Look at that. Like Edward Scissorhands, baby. I ordered these books. I ordered them about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago. And I was stunned. Because I was like, there's no way this will have. The last order took 3 or 4 weeks. And the last 65% sale they had. So I'm sitting there like, I said, there's no way they're going to have these books here. Not in that time period. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this MileHigh thing off pretty well, okay? Now you're gonna see these first couple issues, and you're gonna say, "What the hell? Why would you order these?" Like I said, they was really under $1 a piece, and I was trying to get my issues filled in on Captain America and Daredevil, and there was a couple issues during this arc that is questionable, but here we go. It is Captain America 432, part of Fighting Chance, the Fighting Chance arc, and Captain America 433. Yeah, 433. And I think I need maybe 1 or 2 more issues of the Fighting Chance arc to finish it. That I need to finish this, this run of this and then work my way back. Because like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of good titles, and this is one of those situations here that, yeah, this storyline was not good. At the time, Steve Rogers' Super Soldier's serum formula was starting to go bad on him, and it was causing his body to shut down. And they told him if he would just relax and he could have a nice, decent life. But he's Captain fucking America. He's Captain F. Captain F in America, buddy. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop. And he fought on. And yeah, he basically was wearing a suit at one point, trying to be Cap. But because his body was just going into shutdown mode. And Mark Waid would come on. This would be Mark Greenwald's last arc. And Mark Greenwald had wrote Captain America for over 130, almost close to 140 issues. And he was a very celebrated Captain America writer. He introduced a lot of good villains. The villains that we saw in the Marvel movies, like Crossbones, that's a Mark Greenwald villain. He introduced Madcap. He basically gave the Serpent Society. He was giving Cap new rogues to fight, and he was a very good writer. It's just at the end, it's just that his final 2 big arcs pretty much didn't do well. The Cap Wolf, and then Fighting Chance. But you can't hold that against him, man. He had that John Walker run. That was a good storyline. Now, moving on from Captain America, I picked up 2 issues of Daredevil. And this coming along after Frank Miller's second run of Born Again. It's issue 247. 247 of Daredevil. And issue 246. I added these 2 issues in there. I need some more issues of Daredevil. I was thinking about just going through and just notching down more issues, but I was like, nah, I don't want to make that big an order. I really don't, especially with what I picked up from my comic shop at the end. You have to stay tuned at the end. Now that's the filler stuff. That's the basic. Okay, what the hell is he? Has he lost his mind? Is he crazy? Well, like I said, that's over now. Now we're gonna get to the good stuff. The good stuff. Now, this issue of Captain America, I needed. This is back when Greenwald was really hitting. This is back when he was starting to smoke, baby. This is when he first come on the title. I saw Larry had this issue back years ago. Me and Eddie was in the shop, and I think Larry wanted 20 or 30 bucks for it. And I know I couldn't work a trade out with Eddie because this is one of Eddie's favorite issues. There's no way he's going to trade it because it's got an iconic cover. But I needed this hole in the run I have, and it's Captain America 321. And they had this thing marked down with the sale. I was like, yeah, this baby's coming home. It's coming home to me. It's coming home to this guy. Yeah, finally got 321. That's one of the best things I got. Now we're gonna have some story time. I was scrolling through the Incredible Hulk magazine. I was tempted to pick up issue 1. I had the final issue. I love first and final issues. Well, the Incredible Hulk magazine was back in the 70s, but there was one issue in particular I was going through, and I was like, okay, that's cheap. There's an issue where I don't know how to say this without coming off bad in this situation. Okay, I think Jim Shooter wrote it. I'm not going to be certain. If he didn't, I'm sorry, but okay. The writer who ever done this, okay, he had Bruce Banner on the run, and Bruce Banner was always on the run back in the day. He was always running from, and he was staying at the YMCA. Okay, he's staying at the YMCA. Certain individuals, uh, they basically tried to attack Bruce Banner, and it became very this issue has become very controversial for that. The it's I'm not going to say because it's very it's very insane. So I'm like, I want this controversial issue, and it was cheap enough, and it's not, I was like, it's on sale. So I picked up the Hulk number 23, and yeah, this is the infamous YMCA issue. I Googled it. I was like, okay, I gotta get this. It's bizarre. Why they did this story. It's like when Avengers 200. It was weird. I don't know why they wrote these stories like this, but it's the 1970s, man. What can you say? Moving on from that controversy, I actually got an issue, Eddie, and I think you'll like this one, buddy, because it's a final issue, and it's your favorite character. It's Conan. It's Savage Sword of Conan 235. And I saw this, and I was like, okay, I'm getting that. I know I need like 233 and 234 to have the final issues leading into Savage Sword, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get that with the sale. And that was my MileHigh. So I was sitting there scrolling around, and uh, and this was around the same time. I was like, and I checked MileHigh, and they didn't have this issue. So I was like, I wonder if they have the first appearance of a recent character that's really been hot. That, and I know BA Jason and the A Team got it. So I was like, I've got to look for this issue. So I go on my comic shop, and they do have it, and it's cheap. I'm like, holy crap! It's in. I said, I've got to buy this issue. I've got to get this issue. And well, I have the first appearance of Upside Down. I had the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Yes. This is Teen Titans 12, the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Whew, man, this was I was like, man, I can't wait to show this one off. I cannot wait. This one's got me so excited. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to show this one off. But yeah, this is it. This is the Batman Who Laughs, and this one's going back in the box. Yeah, with Harley Quinn. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I've got Punchline. And then, like a month later, I get the Batman Who Laughs. It's like, that's pretty great, man. That's my haul. That's the books. That's the last of the year. Maybe next year I'll find some good deals on some books on MileHigh when they have another sale. But I think that's pretty much it. I want to thank you for watching and liking the channel and these latest comic book finds volumes this year. Until next year, hopefully we find some more. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to go read some Fighting Chance. Oh, yes.